know that I am home.
I hear the banshee wail, and it fills me up inside. I can't deny, and I see it building up my Irish pride. Give to me a rebel yell, we'll rove away and straight to hell. It never fails to comfort me, so come and cast your Hibernian spell. The banshee wail, the banshee wail, I feel it in my soul. When I hear the banshee wail, and I know that I am home. My spirit is running free to the sound of your sweet music. I find a state of peace of mind that otherwise is so elusive. Take me there to fields of green, a rising road, a gentle breeze, the shining sun kissing my face. This is the place that I want to be. The banshee wail, the banshee wail, I feel it in my soul. When I hear the banshee wail, then I know that I am home. The winds are blowing, and I'll be off to where I am not knowing. And the farther that we get from our father's lands, all our Celtic pride keeps growing. We are strong, for we are Gaels, forever on, and without fail. We march to glory and tell our story to the sound of the banshee wail. The banshee wail, the banshee wail, I feel it in my soul. When I hear the banshee wail, then I know that I am home. The banshee wail, the banshee wail, I feel it in my soul. When I hear the banshee wail, then I know that I am home. Then I know that I am home.
I drank my share and went downstairs to have another drink. To help forget, I must confess the girl who left me sick. She used me, sure showed me the door, and then she kicked me out. She broke my heart, I did the part to travel all about. It's a sailor life for me, and I drink too much whiskey, and I know it won't be long before low tide. Don't give me your pity, I hope I get to see Mag me all and tear me out when I die. Oh yes, it's hard, it's sure I'm scarred from doing a gaffer's dirt. No one can say I don't earn my pay, I'm worth my way to work. I need cash, I'll buy a glass and drink until I sleep. So tidy on when I go down so I don't end up in the deep. It's a sailor life for me, and I drink too much whiskey, and I know it won't be long before a low tide. Don't give me your pity, I hope I get to see Mag me all and tear me out when I die. Well, if you see me and you agree the dead are walking about, Don't be alarmed and please stay calm, the sailor's loaded with stout. I'll drink my fill and further still into an early grave. 'Tis better this, a life of bliss than trying to behave. It's a sailor life for me, and I drink too much whiskey, and I know it won't be long before low tide. Don't give me your pity, for I hope I get to see Mag me all and tear it on when I die. It's a sailor life for me, and I drink too much whiskey, and I know it won't be long before low tide. Don't give me your pity, for I hope I get to see Mag me all and tear it on when I die.
You criticize my drinking, it keeps the devil at bay. The life that I have lived, I wouldn't have another way. And with a twinkle in my eye, I watch the girls as they go past. If you don't like the way I live, then you can kiss my Irish ass. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, 'cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. No matter what you're in for, we're really all the same. I'm surrounded by my kinfolk who all share in the blame. Our feet have traveled many miles and stumbled in many bars. To quench my thirst, I'll have a whiskey sitting on the enemy arm. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, 'cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. You criticize my drinking, it keeps the devil at bay. The life that I have lived, I wouldn't have another way. And with a twinkle in my eye, I watch the girls as they go past. If you don't like the way I live, then you can kiss my Irish ass. No matter my future virtues, no matter my past sins, I need plenty of beer and women, no matter the order they're in. Because all day long, whiskey and shenanigans, every bastard that we meet turns out to be another friend. You can pour another round, we'll raise a pint again, 'cause we're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. We're the Black Irish Sons of Erin. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for. They knock at the door and they ring at the bell, say, "Oh my true love, are you well?" Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers, bells on her toes. Oh, Jenny Murray says she'll die if she doesn't get the fellow with the roving eye. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? Let the wind and the rain and the hell blow high, let the snow come falling from the sky. She's as sweet as apple pie, she'll get her own man by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell them all when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, for it's Albert Mooney she loves still. I tell you, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, they sew my coat, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the belle of Belfast City. She is courting 1, 2, 3, please will you tell me who is she? Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming. All the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower by a pure and crystal fountain, and upon it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to the wild mountain town, all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? If my true love did leave me, I will never find another. For the wild mountain town, all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to the wild mountain town, all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to the wild mountain town, all around the blooming heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? Will ye go, lassie, go? Will ye go, lassie, go? My father, he worked for the sun came up till the sun went down to make his way. Son, said he, you mustn't trust in luck. Make your way with your back till your dying day. There's no shame in hard work. And he passed me a flask, and his life slipped away, and his hope slowly passed. For this reason alone, we'll raise a glass, because work is the curse of the drinking class. I worked all my life, and what good has has it been? I've not got much to show but commitments and sin. Making the money, it makes a man mean. Robs him of his hopes and replaces his dreams. Well, a bottle of a whiskey and a girl on my knee is all that I need for my happiness, you see. For this reason alone, we'll raise a glass, because work is the curse of the drinking class. Forget all your troubles, forget all your toil. This life is a bane of a mortal coil. Put a Guinness before me, I'll drink it and grin. Temperance is a battle, and I just cannot win. For this reason alone, we'll raise a glass, because work is the curse of the drinking class. For this reason alone, we'll raise a glass, because work is the curse of the drinking class. For this reason alone, we'll raise a glass, because work is the curse of the drinking class. My head is full of noise. The pipes they are a-calling. Can you hear 'em, Danny boy? It's been too long since we sailed. Tie a rope and make it fast. The phone she came to break our The good times they can never last for long. Can you hear the song? Gangway, gangway, gangway. Sirens are a-howling, I can hear the banshees wail. Cthulhu has been on the prowl since ever we set sail. We're trapped within the tempest, hoping that we last the night. I feel the chill, the winter's bite. The land would be a pleasant sight for me. Can't you see? Gangway, gangway. Spirit is resounding, we fear no mortal man. I can feel my heart a pounding. your feet, you braggarts! We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found a hidden island down in the Caribbean. But in the tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. A galleon filled with Spanish gold, full of the treasures in her hold, sunk it to the bottom and stripped down to the bones, and the crew when they're sold to Davy Jones. Bloody and cold, the faces like stones, and the crew when they're sold to Davy Jones. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found a hidden island down in the Caribbean. And then to tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. A vicious storm upon the waves, as half of the crew was washed away. The Spanish had a wrath as the gods surely laughed at the foolish bravery of our escape. As the storm finally waned and a torrid island raised, from the sea as only three of us remain. In the sand, as we turn to the island we plan to find a way home and a way back alone, with a ship that could carry all we had. As I rose to my feet, my days they did meet, my sword and my pistol in my hand. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found a hidden island down in the Caribbean. Did they tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. We plundered all the gold, we raced across the sea, we found a hidden island down in the Caribbean. The dead may tell no tales, no rumors will they spread, for we can keep a secret if two of us are dead. Whoa! Whoa! Ain't got no money, I spent all day on the dock. I had a ball, but I spent it all at the Silver Shamrock. 2, 3, 4. It's a place the Celtic punks go when they need to get away. I can sit there all day long and spend up all of my pay. No, you got your vices, and clearly I got mine. Don't have a fit, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna leave my woes behind. Over here I got a new tattoo, got a clover and a dragon too. The place is always something like a zoo. You don't like our style, well hey, fuck you. Put me up in the chair, man, I'll have another shot for me. What do you think? I need brand new ink like a sailor neath the sea. Oh, we don't mind, you got problems, let them go. There'll be plenty of whiskey after we're done. Just open the bottle and let it flow. I ain't got nothing to do, I got a place to go. It'll pick me up and bring back my luck when my spirits are feeling low. Ain't got no money, I spent all day on the dock. I had a ball, but I spent it all at the Silver Shamrock. Go!
showing our beautiful faces. The mic is live. The music is cut.
Hey, God.
I said the music is cut. God, Cole, you don't gotta bully your way in here again.
Yes, he does. He is not here.
He's a busy man. And he goes to see Baroness in a record store tomorrow in Baltimore. Yeah, they had if you bought one of the limited vinyls from there, like, gave you entry to this, like, first come, first serve, like, mini acoustic show in the record store. So him and Heather got one. Sleeping Beauty with your puppy. Well, they can't see it. Let's correct the camera a little bit so they can see Sleeping Beauty and his puppy. There he is. There we go.
Stealing my dog.
Aria the non-colorer has become Aria the cuddler.
I'll pet that dog. I'm gonna pet that dog. I'm gonna pet that dog.
I pet that dog.
Well,
I don't know if the mic's actually working like that there, bud. Oh, now it's gone.
yeah, it had the turning. It hears you whether it's going green or not. It just depends on the volume level in which it hears you. And I don't know what mode I have it set on, not the correct one.
That'd probably be why then.
There we go. So they were barely hearing me or not hearing me at all. But I gotta move this out a little bit because I'm clipping, which means Bree is now gonna clip the microphone, not me.
That's not hard for her to do.
Yeah, she's squeaky.
One of them fucking squeakers.
You know what?
You know what? I'm gonna put 25 cents in a jar every time I say you know what.
Shut the fuck.
You could be fucking rich by this point in time.
Shut up.
Not my fault.
Ruby, you can't go back there. Please don't go back there.
Just because my family has certain things that they say because of where I'm from doesn't... Fuck off.
You know what? I learned something about Pennsylvania. And it's just certain counties and cities just say certain phrases more than others.
Alright, then what's the Michigan thing? You fucking
We don't
know...
fucking use T's.
You know...
Facts.
Have you ever heard me say little?
And you don't look...
Little. I can't even do it. Lil. That right? Is that close? Lil. It's like a rapper. L-I-L. Lil.
I thought that was just a you thing.
No, that's Michigan.
No, we don't use T's in Michigan, like, for everything.
My straps suck today.
But,
That's the only problem I have with this top, is my straps keep, like, falling.
I don't have a problem with my top.
Yeah, my
It's
top.
because you ain't got tits as big as mine.
My top stays there just fine, too.
Stop licking.
So,
Stop it.
we're here. We're alive. We got to see Death Clock this week.
I am antsy as shit.
We'll get there. Do we?
I want to get to it now.
We need to talk about the bear in the room and the fact that
That's not a bear.
Babymetal was disappointing. I went in there wanting to like them more and left there feeling disgusted because we had just watched them choreograph a show and fuck a bunch of shit up. So, if you're looking for context, we had just seen Babymetal at the Mans in Philadelphia. Is that what it was called? The Mans Theater, or whatever. M-A-N-N.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Don't eat Runa's fucks.
You're gonna have to pick it up.
But so we got there, and the show opened with the ever so amazing fucking works of Jason Richardson, who is gonna go down in history as being one of the best guitarists of all time.
He's fucking awesome.
He's very good. I mean,
like, I didn't. There's a certain. I don't know. There's a certain energy that you expect watching these bands and artists do shows, and sometimes they're good, and other times they sound absolutely horrible. Just depending on their sound and how they're set up. I only had an issue with one band out of the 3 that we saw.
And it was the one you were initially more hyped for.
No, so my hype was because I wanted...
Alexa, turn off kitchen light.
I wanted to see...
Okay.
I wanted to see Babymetal, and I wanted to just see what all the hype was about. Just like every other band that we've gone to see or wanted to go see that we haven't yet. But I don't know. I was even disappointed before you had even said anything. And then it's just progressively got worse through their show.
Yeah, the botches got worse as time went on.
It's from watching you for so many years do different types of music. I've learned different things that I don't always retain, but being there and seeing the stuff that I'm like, that doesn't line up. Oh no. Oh no.
So let's give some context here. So one of the first things I noticed was Sue was not singing every song. Sue was singing like every 3 songs. And you can tell when Sue was singing because she was super out of pitch. Like, it was, and because the sound guy was never ready for when Sue was supposed to be singing, so Sue always came in over the mix, and all you heard was Sue until the sound guy pulled Sue back. Because they would just turn the mic up and go live, because obviously there was some type of cue that the sound guy for that venue wasn't picking up on when to shut her mic off and when to turn it on. But you could tell that she was not singing. There was some songs that you could tell no one was doing anything.
No.
There's a video Lucas had sent me. Someone had recorded the concert from the seats just behind the pit. And when you watch the solos in that one song, the bassist does this like crazy, he's up and down the neck. He's like, what it should have sounded like is something like that. It should have been like climbing the scale. But when you watch it and listen to what's played, they are 2 totally different things. He did not play any of the notes in the mix. The mix was playing what was played on the album.
Yeah.
He was not playing that at all.
I don't...
And even in the guitar solo, when it zooms in on the guitarist, the person zooms in on the original lead guitarist, to which they flashed the lights on for a moment, who totally missed his cue and didn't start, and then they moved it over to the other guitarist, where there's high-end notes coming out. That guitarist was playing on the 6th string at 5 and 3. And I'm like, well, that don't fucking match up either. And those were like the big glaring obviouses. And we, unfortunately, had the ability to see into the drummer's kit.
Yeah, that was the 3rd thing that I noticed. Like,
And-
the 3rd song in.
And the drummer and me should have picked up immediately that his cymbals weren't mic'd. Because overhead mics are the only way to mic cymbals live.
In our defense, though, as far as that goes, we weren't close enough to...
Oh, you could see overhead mics. You were able to see Gene's overhead mics immediately.
Yeah, but... I don't know how...
You never mic cymbals from the bottom. When you mic... So cymbals sound unlike the drums, where the drum sound comes directly off the flat head.
So everything has to be above the kit?
Above. Everything for
Okay.
drum miking comes from top to bottom.
See, that's the type of stuff that I don't know.
So the
But
only
that's
thing that
not
comes
what
straight...
I picked up on.
The only thing that comes straight on would be the kick, but the kick is also a different direction than everything else. When you hit drums, the sound goes up and out. So, one of the things I pointed out to Lucas in his pictures, because Lucas had got a picture of the drummer, is that the drummer, we thought he was triggered. And it's because of that song with the solo, because his kit changes noise from this, like, 808 hip-hop kit to, like, a light metal kit. And me and Lucas thought he was triggered, and Lucas had gotten home. It was the day after the show. He got home. He's like, I took a picture of the drummer, and he's mic'd. and he showed me a picture of the mic, and he is using, the mics he's using, I immediately recognize. They're like $7,000. They are
What
the...
does that matter?
Sound quality.
Sound quality, Einstein. A $7,000 microphone that is specifically designed to make your drums sound loud and audible in recording and on stage. Do not allow your kit to change noise, and kits are loud. Remember how thunderous the Amon Amarth kit was?
Yeah.
He uses the same microphones. That's what I compared it to, because I knew immediately, because I know his shit. I fucking followed him for so long. I sent it to Lucas. I'm like, listen to this mix. He's like, that's not at all what his drums sounded like. I'm like, no, and they should have. Those mics are specifically designed almost exclusively for live atmosphere. They cut all sound that comes from any direction besides where the microphone is pointing. Well, guess what? When your tom mic is sitting like this in between your two toms, it's not picking up anything. Because they require, just like this has a gain, they require very high gain and to be very close to the head. So that was problem one. Problem two is he had, in Lucas's picture, 2 mics on the kit that were miking cymbals. It was one of them miking his China from the bottom, which we have been to a lot of metal shows. You tell me one drummer that cymbal mics were below the kit. None. Like, we were pretty much backstage for Christmas Burns Red. All we heard was raw kit.
And a Amon Amarth.
But the thing is like...
Done that for a lot of shows, actually.
Like, the thing is fucking... Even a raw kit is loud live. It should have given it away, like... They are thunderously loud. So, the fact that we caught on to all of this... And then we had a moment where I think you pointed out, you're like, neither of the other girls are singing at all.
They're...
Mo did none of the screaming vocals. They were all pre-recorded.
I know. We talked about that.
We're talking about it again.
Yeah. There were 2 songs that they actually...
They
the
did
other
Chocolate.
girls, they did Chocolate, and they did the last song. That was it.
Which is funny
They
because
didn't
the last
do-
song was only... So, I didn't know this. The last whole album is only between Sue and the other original girl.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have the Ghouls. They use an entirely different band for
Yeah.
it. I didn't know that until I looked into it.
Mm.
It was basically a Babymetal solo project.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, me and Luke, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. Me and Lucas talked about what we think it might have been. One, COVID. The Japanese lockdown was way more strict than ours.
Yeah.
And it lasted longer, almost a year longer. In that time, during the year it was letting up, Babymetal was writing... Well, Sue and... I don't know the other one's name. I know Mo is the new girl. Sue and the other girl were working on whatever the new album is called. They didn't practice anything. The Ghouls weren't there because they couldn't be there. So I'm imagining the recording between the girls was probably just them 2 in a studio, and everything was digitracked. And there was no actual musicians, and then they put this tour together just after. They had no time to practice or to get people to play the music, so they hired a bunch of people that could do choreograph and fake playing over backing tracks, so they could squeeze through this tour until they get shit figured out with Babymetal. That was me and Lucas's theory. That's what we settled on. What do you guys think?
I wonder if it's just an international thing. To be honest, because I've watched different shows of them, and when they're home, essentially, they're fine. They don't have near as many issues, so I wonder
here's the
if
thing. Before COVID happened, their last tour, there's videos out there where the drummer's kit, it's fully mic'd, fully overhead, and the Ghouls aren't hiding in the back of the stage like they were at that show. And every Ghoul has a mic stand with picks on it. That was one of the things I pointed out. The lead guitarist did no pick changes at all, and that's not... So, I don't think it's an international thing. I think when they got locked down, everyone fell out of touch. And then they did the album, and their manager was like, okay, you're going on tour with Brendan Smalls, and the girls were like, we don't even have a third person. So they brought Mo in, who's obviously not ready to do it. I mean, it's hard to be them and tour the way they are, time shift, and to put that performance on every night, whether they're singing or not. To put the energy into dancing they put in will fucking tear your body apart doing it every day like they are right now. Because you think they probably only rehearse for like a month, maybe a couple days a week for a month.
See, I don't... People that do dance and stuff and anything choreography, that's a consistent thing too. So you can't even base it off of that.
No, but where it's not consistent is... So, Sue and the other girl are used to it. They've done American touring. They're used to the time shift. Mo was just... Right before she joined them last year, or this year, it was this year, right before she joined them this year, she had been voted off of, like, the Japanese version of America's Got Talent. Mm-hmm. And they had picked her up, like, a couple months after that had happened. She wasn't, like, a globally touring artist, so people have pointed out that she's got... We noticed it. She was gassed by, like, the third or fourth song. You gotta think, you practice, you do all that practice, you pack up, and then you come over here. You're not used to it like all the other members of the band are. And I'm assuming the ghouls probably were trained musicians. That's why they could look like they were playing their instruments. They just didn't learn Babymetal shit. And that's why everything was backing tracked. But, so they were probably...
To be fair, you could have done that easily.
Correct.
And you've only been doing it for a few months, and you're not a professional either.
No.
So, with what they were doing, they could have just picked people up from here. Rather than pulling
their culture
people
doesn't
from
allow that in their performing arts. That's not allowed.
Yeah, but they're technically men. They can do what the fuck they want. The girls can't.
No, in a cultural speaking over there, they don't just grab anybody and everybody for all that, and for their management's sake, because a lot of their performance is based on traditional dancing to begin with. They can't just pick up anybody and everybody.
Also, keep in mind, the girls are not allowed to interact with American people in any specific way like that. So to tour with Americans that way would be... I just... What do you think, Josh? Do you think me and Lucas are close on that fucking thought process? Because that's how it seemed.
Between that and then, like, what we've talked about before, just probably do some sort of production thing. I mean, obviously the stage was...
The stage was small for Babymetal.
Not what they're probably used to playing.
But they are used to playing in America and playing festivals, so I can't even take that for an excuse. Because they have played the Fillmore, and that stage is about the same size. It just seems huge because the Fillmore were always on ground level.
Fillmore actually has smaller square footage than what the Pavilion did.
But as far as, like, the stage size...
I think what their issue was the placing of the drum kit. That's what I think...
Well, they kept the drum kit back in that corner so it was out of the way, but the girls never used that open space. Now, again, the other two girls always have to stay front stage. Sue is generally the only one who's allowed to go in the back. It goes the two girls, Sue, the drummer and lead guitarist, and then the other two are always pushed back. They kind of do what Tool does, and they all hide in the back of the stage.
Watch Tool play.
It just seems so weird that they've been known to be able to do this, and then we go to a show and immediately point out, even someone like you who's not super musically versed, is like, they are fucking faking it. maybe it would have been different and it would have had a different visual appearance if we were in the pit and, like, in the moment, but we weren't. We were not all the way in the
No,
back.
I think that would have made the experience worse. For coming from me, that probably would have made my experience worse. Because I would be staring at everything that was going wrong. And all the things that weren't adding up, and that would just piss me off.
Like, there's a point, chat, where the drummer's China is fucking railing off, and the drummer's not even hitting a China. And China cymbals have a specific sound, like no other cymbal sounds like a China. And you just hear this China railing through the mix, and the drummer's just there doing 1 and 4 in the hi-hat. And I'm like, that was when it lost me. It lost Josh at that point, and he had left. He's like, I'm gonna go get a drink, go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
This isn't important enough right now. I'll be back.
Like, it was disappointing. I went into that wanting to like Babymetal more and left disappointed.
I went for the hoodie. I got my hoodie. I'm happy about it. I wasn't happy about...
Shit, I got to see an altered performance of Jason Richardson's solo project.
Yeah,
that was...
Yeah.
That wasn't even, like, his that entire performance was altered to fit a live show.
Yeah, I need to get a vinyl from him for sure. And on top of that, he had gear issues. A bunch of shit broke. His lighting arrays broke. But man, did he still put on a show. Like, he even was like, unfortunately, this has to be my last song. Like, he had broke down. Like, there was nothing left. Like, something had broke on his pedal board right before that. And I think he changed directive to what song he was going to use. Because that particular pedal or item broke. And then he dipped out, which gave them more time to set Babymetal up. Because they definitely didn't rush to set Babymetal up like they did to get Deathclock out on the stage. But then, I mean, the night ended in probably the most glorious and fucking beautiful way possible. Fucking Deathclock. Motherfucking Metalocalypse live.
I still think it was funny how many people dipped after the first fucking Facebones interaction.
Oh god, yeah.
There was no... I don't think people were... There were so many people that
were just there for Babymetal.
That cleared out after Babymetal, and
like only got there for Babymetal. They weren't even there for Jason Richardson. Like they filed in for Babymetal and then bounced.
I would say you've seen the amount of hands of people when he asked, "Have anybody ever heard of me or not seen me before?" Fucking pretty much the entire stadium.
Yeah, except for me and Josh. Me and Josh were like,
I didn't raise my hand. Fuck off.
Well, I introduced you the night before. He was fucking amazing, though. No, I don't want to hear that. You didn't introduce me. I knew who he was before that. Because I was like, yeah, Jason Richardson's open. You're like, who the fuck is that? I was like, he's a guitarist. A very good one. But yeah, fucking... Some people made it through the opening sequence of Deathclock. Like, the opening video came on, and there's this little skit, and they're like, is Deathclock back? And they're like, I don't know, is Deathclock back? And they fucking turn to the computer, and they're like, is Deathclock back? And the computer's like, Deathclock is back. And then it opens up to them fucking, the Metalocalypse theme. And some people hung around for that, and then we got through the second song, and then it was the first Facebones skit. And that's when the first wave of people were like, yep, I'm leaving.
And then the second wave of people that started to leave was...
Fucking Thunder Horse?
Thunder
When they had the fucking Swizgar fucking the bitch on the screen. And, like, at that point, half of the place was like, whew, we're done.
Yeah, and then the last one was after... It was the second Facebones?
Yeah, the
fucking
Facebones.
Facebones where he's like...
Smoke.
I'm okay. I don't feel anything. We're just like...
Drinking booze. Smoke. A bunch of people left at the first Facebone skit, though, when he fucking called people out for being smelly. The fucking proper concert etiquette. There was a bunch, and it was mostly all fucking, like, older dudes who got pissed and left. Like, visibly pissed. Like, waving their hands at the floor.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know, when you go to a concert and you get near the guy that smells, and he goes through this whole thing, and he's like, and if you've never been through that before, you're probably that guy. Take a shower before you come to shows. And that was when the first, like, minor wave of people left. And then the drinking booze, smoking pot sequence, a lot of people were like, okay, this is weird. And then, after that, they played Briefcase Full of Guts, and more people started to fucking leave. And then once that Thunder Horse fucking scene came on with Swizgar fucking the Maiden, all the fucking underage and Babymetal people were gone.
They're like, where?
Except for that group that was in front of us, they stayed the entire
Yeah, they
time.
stuck it out. They seemed like they enjoyed it. The girl with the missing leg seemed like she had a better time than anybody else during Death Clock. Like, she would start to get into it, and then she'd lose her balance, and I could tell she was very self-conscious. She'd be like looking around, like, I don't give a fuck. You want me or Josh to hold on to the back of your fucking shirt for you?
Professional headbanger, and we can hold you.
Even you
I
were
wasn't even
headbanging
noticing
during
people
Death
leaving.
Clock.
Yeah.
Death Clock played the perfect set. I fucking... no complaints at all.
I was too busy getting my corpse grinder neck in shape. Didn't notice people leaving.
Except for the people next to you.
God, fuck yes.
Yo, Babymetal was fucking... They didn't even do their final bow, and those people were fucking gone. I don't even think that was their seat. I think they were from somewhere else, and they just came and hung out there, and those dudes on the end just let them stay.
Look,
No,
I don't
'cause
care
I heard them
what
talking
it
about
was.
their
I got 2 seats next to me that were empty the entire night, and the
Lucas
kid,
said we could have moved up by them. There was spots by them that no one was in. I was like, our seats weren't bad.
our seats weren't bad. I like.
Fuck, man, why didn't you tell me? I was ready to fucking punch that bitch.
Did you really want to go near Lucas's group, all of the Babymetal fans during
Oh, they
Babymetal?
probably would have been even more scared when Death Clock came on. It'd been worth it. It would have been worth it.
I'm sorry, I have to say it. Are those your real eyes?
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
I guess just because the light hit your eyes at, like...
And that's
Just-
exactly. I'm like, I said the light's hitting my eyes, isn't it?
Mhm.
And Kev's like, well, yeah, but your eyes normally look like that. And I'm like, fuck.
So what was
Son of a
everyone's...
There, here we are, black as fucking shit. Let's go eyeballs. Dark Eye Gang. Woo! It's just no, I got the dogs here except for that one.
You have some.
That one, I was gonna say, that one don't have dark eyes. She has albinoism. Her eyes are pink.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Look at her
No,
eyes in the
they're
light.
not.
You really are blind. Look at her eyes in the light. Go out in the kitchen, turn the white light on, and have her jump up on you. Her irises are fucking pink. She has albinoism.
She's actually fucking calm right now, okay? Let's not rile her up.
So what was everyone's favorite Death Clock song? There was a couple you got excited for. There was a few I was really surprised by. Duncan Hill Coffee Jingle, Birthday Death Day. Those were like out of the... I didn't think those would make it into the set. There's other songs from those seasons I thought for sure they would play, but I'm glad they played them because they're songs that I know so fucking well. Josh, do you have a favorite song?
It brings me back to Guitar Hero when I first discovered that they had fucking music actually published, being Thunder Horse. I've known about the show, but I just never realized that they had published music at that point.
A lot of people didn't. They just thought the music clips were for the show, and that was it.
Which, for the most part, they were. They were
Yeah.
intended to be for the show.
For the show, but he was writing the show and the music at the same time, so he was writing full-length song.
I forget what the song name was. The one with the
Mermaid?
fucking... Yep.
The one...
I fucking...
Yeah,
That one.
the one that goes... Brr, 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 brr,
Yeah.
brr, brr. I was playing that today.
I know. The mermaids and babies and...
I played it yesterday after work, too. Josh probably heard me. So, Josh went Thunder Horse. You're a Mermaider.
There wasn't a song by Deathclock that I didn't like. I think
The one the one I was most excited for, which is basically what this question was for, was fucking the last song, Go Into the Water. Such a good closing song. Such a good... The only song I wish they would have played was Laser Cannon Death Sentence. That would have been a good one. But when they played
That would have made a great fucking skit with fucking... face
with fucking Facebones and Fatty. Alright guys, there's gonna be lasers!
I guess like, they would just need probably more of a fuller production for that.
We'll see. A lot of people are in hopes, and I think the reason why when Brendan released the album and the movie, he's like, the movie's it for Deathclock and that's it. Which, that could be fine, that could be it for the show, and I can understand that. But I feel like he said no more after this, because he wasn't sure if Deathclock even still had fans, or if we even cared anymore.
The fucking turnout. Even though, you had Babymetal, but the turnout still after, even people leaving.
I personally thought... Here's the thing I like the most about the Deathclock set versus the Babymetal set. The Babymetal set was basically just people fangirling and screaming at the top of their lungs.
Oh my god, yeah.
No one was really... No one in that crowd understood
songs.
Japanese enough to sing along with them.
It was only the popular songs.
That's the thing, me and Bree talked about it today. They played
Not
none
all
of their
of them.
heavy shit. None of the shit that made Babymetal popular, that in the metal community, did they play. They played all of their pop songs.
They
Only the
didn't-
popular songs are the ones that the people knew. Like, Chocolate. That is, like, the only ones people are like, oh my god, this is what makes it.
The
But
one
then the
song that
in-between
all...
songs, the people were like, yeah, we still like it, though. Like, what do you mean? The in-between songs were actually better, though.
The one song I liked the most from them that the girls all actually sung was that new, like, Indian one that they did, which had the fucking cheeky drum kit shit in it.
Yeah.
That was that song I liked. I liked it because that was a brand new tone for them that they've never done before, and it was neat to see that Sue and the other girl were willing to make the tonal change for themselves because they did it on their own. So, but overall, like, yeah, it was neat to hear those songs live, like to be able to hear all the popular Babymetal songs.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to headline, I would probably give them another shot just to see if they faked it and what other songs they would add to the set.
They're not...
But it would take a bill for me to go out of my way to see it. Like, it would take a fucking bill for me to be like, okay, there's some good bands on here and I can deal with Babymetal closing.
But you have to also think of, like, who would be a great bill that fits...
No one. Just like
their
the same
niche
reason why no
genre.
one fits with Deathclock. You have to tour with another band that does heavy screen usage shit. Or it just doesn't work. Like, you couldn't put Deathclock and Amon Amarth on a tour together. They would clash. Deathclock's screen would have to be in front of everything. And you have to take bands that darkly light their stage. Specifically. So you think Babymetal had to deal with Deathclock's closing stage lighting. So, and it works for them because their band members aren't fucking important. The only spot that had bright lights were the fucking 4 front positions for the girls. All the positions along the front and Sue's spot behind them. So that's why it worked well. You would have to have bands that work that way. Okay, Sabaton would work with Babymetal. Lordy would work with Babymetal. It would be a weird set, but I know they just did this tour, and apparently it was fucking fantastic over there. That's the other thing I found out. So Babymetal just finished touring with Lordy and Sabaton. The band members that they had that show are not the band members that came to America because they did not have visas. That's the other piece of information that made me think they just didn't have enough time to practice with band members that they wanted to bring with them. Also, I just want to say the giddiest point was when they killed the lights on stage and Brendan did all the fucking Death Clock voices.
Yeah.
And it made me giggle. And the person who was dressed as Dr. Roxo had the best moment of their life when fucking...
There was two. There was the tall guy that we kept seeing go back and forth and run around. And then there was like a shorter girl...
Yeah,
did it. But...
So Brendan was talking to, when he was off stage, because the lights were pointed on him, was the Dr. Roxo, the tall guy.
Oh, yeah,
and that dude had to have the best moment of his life, and Brendan's talking, he's like, oh my god, it's Dr. Roxo. I fucking hate that clown. Get out of here. Go away. Everyone started fucking laughing. I'm sure the dude who was dressed as Dr. Roxo was like, my fucking night was just made. And I really loved his fucking voice change when he's talking as fucking Swizgar, and he fucking brought up that Jason was too good for him. What you guys think of Jason? I think he's too good for me. I don't like him very much. But just to hear Brendan fire off all the voices so quick and like flip through them all. Did he do Murderface? I don't think he did Murderface.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Did he? Oh yeah, he did do Murderface.
Very quickly. I need to do this because this is even throwing me for a loop. So, Lucas and Remy are not here because they're at a concert.
Correct.
Remy posted a video of Parkway Drive's drummer
upside down in the fire loop.
In the fire loop, and I'm sitting here watching. I've watched it like 3 times now, and I'm like, how the hell have all of your sticks not gone whoop out of the case? Like that's what's going through my head right now. Not how is he staying balanced? Why are his sticks not going?
Called
gravity. Because he's holding him. Because he's holding him, honey.
No.
Have
you
you
have
ever,
different.
like,
You have other
have
sticks,
you ever put
and so
a
does
ball
everybody
in
else
a
does.
basket?
Okay, so
You can't tell.
hang on.
No.
You
Put
remember
basket.
Hailstorm? The drummer has a drum tech, right? And the drum tech hands him
Yeah.
new sticks. Parkway Drive does that. Joey Jordison did that with Slipknot. Yogson from Amon Amarth, he puts them in his belt. So he sticks them in his back.
He sticks them in his butt.
And he sits like this all the time. So his shit is all strapped down. The only thing that could possibly go wrong there is if he drops a stick in the middle of it, there's no recovery.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. It's like
You're very good with one hand. You're fucking Estefario from TikTok. Which, as much as people are amazed and he is fucking good,
he is.
most drummers at a professional level can do everything he's doing because he's just doing simple double rolls.
Yeah. Also, yes, I know how the fucking ball in the basket works. Fuck off.
Well, then you shouldn't.
You know
really
how many
be
times I
completely
did that
amazed.
as a kid?
So, before we get into Cole's topic, let's just
Can
say
we talk about it now?
we're not going to be live next week.
Yeah!
We are going to get Japanese retribution.
No. I'm getting Japanese retribution, and I'm gonna get the fangirl, and I'm gonna fucking get all the merch that I possibly can fucking buy.
Yeah, we're going to be
I'm
the
so
stage
fucking
for this one.
excited.
Just
I am pushing my fat little ass up to that gate, and I don't give a fuck if nobody follows me.
So we're going to see Hanabi. Which is the they are Japanese
If
hardcore.
I would have moved my hand, you would have smacked your dog.
No, I would not.
Yes, you would have.
I would never hurt my baby.
That's a bullshit.
Anyway, so we're going to see Hanabi at Preserving Underground in Pittsburgh. Bree's super. I'm excited. I actually like.
No,
Hanabi.
don't you fucking take this moment from me.
I like Hanabi too.
No, I
Not
don't
as much
care.
as you
No,
do.
no,
Who
no.
introduced you to
You
Hanabi?
I did.
No, the fuck you did
Yes,
not.
the fuck I did.
No, the fuck you did not. Because
wasn't you.
I had that shit playing on fucking TikTok.
That shit was fucking playing on my shit before I fucking talked to you about it.
You think so? Because I was sitting down here one day with it.
Why did both of you have to fucking do that to me?
Look,
You can have your moment when you find it. It's okay.
Fuck off. You guys never let me have a fucking moment.
I'm excited for this for one because from my
They
understanding,
actually play?
first off, it's an all-girl Japanese band. They actually play, and apparently they are fucking jacked up. Like, they carry a lot of energy in their shows. Like, when we're up, we're going to the stage, but be ready because the singer is known to just yeet herself into the crowd.
I've been...
That's one way to get married.
Like, and not just yeet herself. Like, remember how the dude from Undeath would, like, he kind of crawled off stage and jumped into the crowd?
That motherfucker did not crawl. He fucking... I believe I can fly.
Yeah, but he had to
crowd.
He had
He
to
said,
he did.
boop.
Yeah, he had to crawl. Yeah, when he hit the guard, and you when he hit the guard, and you heard because the guard's trying to push him back up on stage, and he's like, "I'm trying to get down." No, apparently she is known to like run and swan dive off of PA speakers, like just run and fucking jump.
Yeah.
She's apparently fucking insane.
There's two of them.
That's more fun.
Well,
technically there's two of them.
It's the singer, bassist, the guitarist, and the drummer. I don't think they have a rhythm guitar. I think they only run one.
They don't, but the one.
But they don't need fucking. They don't need two guitarists. I played some of their. I have two of their songs that were available for Rocksmith on lead, and they're basically 075 fucking chuggy chuggy a day to remember stuff. But no, only the main girl sings. None of the other ones sing. Then none of them do backups. I was watching live clips.
Shut up.
Okay, what's the other one that sings? Which one without the microphone does backup vocals?
The fucking guitarist.
You might want to go watch more live clips.
You might want to read their fucking bio and find out more about them then.
Yeah, it says she does backing vocals, but she doesn't do them live.
Yeah, one does clean, one does scream.
Yeah, the midget does clean. The short one.
They're Asian women. Be more specific.
She is short.
Tell me their hair colors.
Bullshit. The main singer, the one without an instrument, and you know this. She is shorter than everyone else in that band. She is a fucking midget.
You leave the short women alone, okay?
So yeah, be prepared to catch flying Japanese women off the stage. Just
Will do.
specifically one.
Marry me. Take me home.
I'm interested to see how much energy they're going to have, because this is, like, midway through this tour, plus they're doubling tours with Galactic Empire. This is like a pickup show. This is something like they're on their way to New York, and they're like, we have an open day, let's do something with it, and this is what they're doing. Like, I'm not super fond of Dropout Kings. I don't even know who the fuck the other band is. There is a third band on the bill.
I don't know. All I'm focused on is Hanabi. That's who I'm going to see. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I'm hype as shit.
This week's gonna fucking fly by.
God, I fucking hope so.
You know what's not gonna fly by?
What?
The fucking drive to Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
You know what else is not gonna fly by? Dubby Energy!
Use our code Into the Crypt Podcast at WEnergy.com to save up to 20% off on your W Energy orders. Also,
have to be reminded about your sponsors every single podcast.
You guys also are part of this podcast. You don't need to remind me.
No,
You can just do it
wait
yourself.
a minute. This is your fucking show. We're just guests, essentially.
It's our
I
show.
can see myself out.
You shut the fuck down.
Shoot the fuck down?
Sit the fuck down.
So,
Shoot up.
okay.
Hi, Mavis.
Our fate has been chosen by a Mr. Cole Brown.
Oh, shit.
Yes, because I didn't have anything.
What now? What are we doing now, Cole?
So, first off, he wanted to talk about this, because it's an interesting topic, and me and you will relate to this. He wanted to bring up Funko Pops. Could they
Oh,
be the next
God.
Beanie Baby? Why or why not?
They already are.
And support your... No.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so what is your factual...
The only-
No. I want factual information on analysis on why they're the next Beanie Babies. Do they hold value?
Yes.
Did Beanie Babies hold value?
Yes.
No.
Yes, they did.
When?
None of the... You can...
Back in the day, yes, they fucking did.
Not now.
Certain ones. It's the same thing with Funko Pops. It is the same fucking way. I don't know if y'all remember this, but if you remember the fucking
I'll
Princess
do your
Diana bear...
research.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't remember them things holding any value.
Oh, my God.
Except using them as punching bags.
You can talk about the Princess Diana bear.
Nope.
In the 1990s, the Beanie Baby craze was started. Hysteria over Beanie Babies Incorporated with $5 plush toys and collectibles caused a wave of theft and fraud manipulation throughout the market. In the recent years, since 2005 to current 2023, Beanie Babies have plummeted to cost less than their initial purchase date in the 90s. So no, they didn't hold their value. There's the analysis.
Now do that with every single Funko Pop.
You're right, not every single Funko Pop holds value, but the ones that are holding value...
Well, it's the same thing with Beanie Babies.
No! Because...
Eventually, everything is not going to hold its value.
Bullshit, tell that to baseball cards from the 50s and Pokemon cards from the 90s that are worth fucking tens of thousands of dollars. When you're looking at things in a collectible aspect, you have to compare them to other collectible items. You can't just be blind to them. So when you compare Beanie Babies to collectible cards...
You're comparing...
No, it's all the same. Collecting is the same no matter what you collect. Value of collections is interpreted by the market. Am I wrong? That's how Pokemon cards get expensive. Rare Pokemons are expensive because they're rare. Yes, Beanie Babies were crazy. No, this is facts. Don't look there and look all grumpy. Beanie Babies, yes, they were crazy and they were a huge craze, but they're not anymore because they dropped off. $5 in the 90s for a fucking little plush, yeah, it was insane. I know, my aunt bought me a whole bunch of them. None of them were worth shit by 2005.
Shit, I was alright with 50-cent Hot Wheel cars, you know what I'm saying?
Hot Wheels cars. Not all of them, you know this, not all of them are worth fucking anything. But we have a few that are worth a lot because of their rarity in production. Every Beanie Baby was mass produced. Every one. There was thousands of them made. I don't think there was any, like, super limited... I think there was one, like, fucking bat one that was, like, super limited and had, like, a thing on its foot that went to, like, some animal preservation in the early 2000s.
Yep, I had one.
But I don't think there was... A lot of Beanie Babies were super heavily mass-produced. Think about it, we go to a store now and there's fucking 700 of the same one on a little fucking shelf like this, because... Okay.
Apparently they have one that they're coming out with that's going to be in a limited edition gold Beanie Baby teddy bear.
So it's the normal bear that they released.
But it's for Aloha.
Are you
The
comfortable?
rarest first one would be the Piccadilly Attic, and it is considered the most valuable and rare one that you can buy. Holy fuck. $125,000.
So that would be a collectible Beanie Baby. How many people do you think have one? So on a list of collectible Beanie Babies, there's 10 that hold value. Number 1 is the Princess Bear, which is the Princess Diana bear.
Which is the purple one with the white rose on it.
They unfortunately don't have pictures, which is fucking stupid.
I know what it looks like. That fucking thing haunts me. I had one and I got pissed off the one time. And I lit it on fire. I will never ever hear the end of that.
And what makes it rare isn't even the bear or the memorial. What makes the original ones rare is they had the wrong type of pellets, and the pellets in them could spontaneously combust, which makes them desirable by collectors. Because only a few hundred were made with those pellets, and they're worth about $10,000. Where the PVC pellet standard ones are worth about $20.
Shit, $20 for them little fuckers is a lot right now, too.
The Royal Blue Peanut the Elephant, he's worth $1,000. That was a big price drop. Iggy the Iguana, worth about $5,000 to $15,000. Claude the Crab, same price range. Huh, I had that one. So yeah, like, there's a few, but comparatively to the value of Funko Pops, we have Funko Pops that have only been vaulted for a couple years that are already up in the couple $100 a price range.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't think Funkos are going to die off like Beanie Babies is because Beanie Babies are exactly that. They're a stuffed animal, where Funko Pops are collectible pop culture. They're a way to collect pop culture that you didn't have before. Movies and pop culture, it's...
Well, that's the other thing, is they're based on stuff like movies and shows and other culture things. Like,
but if you notice, a lot of the Disney ones that they mass produce because they know they're going to make hundreds of thousands of sales on them don't have the value as, for say, this fucking lopsided-eyed Jason or your fucking what is to be a goddamn $700 Sam. Or they had one of these at Second Charles, the fucking Sam sitting on the thing. They wanted $100 for it. Or the limited Leatherface, or when they finally vault Elvira, she's gonna fucking skyrocket. But these are all based on something.
They vaulted some of my Krampus ones, and I still need I need the red one.
You need the last one that they vaulted, which is the
one.
red flocked.
I will fucking find it too, and I guarantee where I'm going to find it is going to be at a fucking con.
Probably.
well, and that's the thing. They don't vault just everything or anything.
No, they only vault certain ones.
Certain items, which
So
helps
things-
improve
Well, one
their
of your
rarity.
clown, what is it, Slim?
Con
it was-
exclusives.
He was fucking $200.
So you think about stuff like Disney stuff isn't going to be vaulted like that because, well, Disney's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, but they have the fucking...
Where
And then when they do
So-
vault them, they just release a new variation of the Disney stuff.
Yeah. The one that I wanted is the only princess one that we have. And it's only because I liked her as a kid. But her value, ironically enough, is higher, or was at the time that I bought it.
It is. Snow White is trending
Snow
for 30.
White is the highest one.
Trending for $30.
Yep.
So as of right now, Blacklight Slim, unvalued, market value unknown. Jumbo Gizmo, the little dude chilling over here, he's $60. Michael Myers over here, my movie poster prop Michael Myers, $60.
We have a shit ton. Are you gonna go through the entire list?
Not all of them, but just going through trend and value.
Bitch tits.
Rudy right here.
He's upstairs.
Rudy's trending for $150 right now.
That's fucking funny.
Fucking, that one. You're fucking, where is it? Right there. You're fucking,
Gorgon?
No, the one in between. The fucking Avatar one.
Oh,
Just
the
went
one-
up in trending value. It's $20.
I just like that one.
Your Gloomy Flock is $20.
My gloomy flock.
Your 2 Sams are trending for $20.
I
Unicron.
have 4 Sams now.
I'm talking about your single Sams, so I didn't add the other one to my list yet.
Okay,
They're
so
trending
I still
for
have
20.
3.
Unicron is trending for fucking $175.
What's BT?
Getting there. Lucario, remember I paid like $20 for Lucario discount Target after their fucking spring sale thing.
Yeah.
50. Holy fuck! That little fucking, where is he? That little motherfucker, that fucking Ouija planchette is fucking trending for $40 right now. He costs almost as much as the fucking giant Charizard at $60.
He cost me $8 at a con.
All of your fucking, yeah, because we bought him straight from BAM when he released.
When he was at the fucking...
And he never, and then we seen one in BAM. That was it. That was the only one we seen.
Yeah, after the fact, yeah.
And he was $12.
Yep.
So looking at the mini puffs, the most expensive mini puff trending value that we have currently is the weighted puff. He's $30, which is fucking impressive because.
Oh, wait.
We-
Oh, yeah. What about Krampus?
Getting there. Where the hell? There we go. The connection took a minute to load. So your Fangolina and your Skitterina ones,
Yeah.
they stayed the same.
They're just cute.
Your single Bride of Frankenstein was vaulted. She went from 8 to 21 this week.
I need to get the Frankenstein, and I need to get the set.
The set you can order offline.
I know, I just need to do it.
So my Myers house that we waited forever to get, the Australia exclusive one that was supposed to come out to our Spirit Halloweens but never did,
Until
trending
a
for
year
50.
later. That was well worth the purchase.
So scrolling down, damn, that one. Why did they have? So they had your Sam with Sack trending at $50 at fucking Second Charles. He's $25 trending value. He's still trending because he's
40.
not vaulted yet.
It's 40.
He's
Send me a
25
picture.
currently.
40.
So getting into the killer clown shit, Shorty has finally caught up in cost. Shorty's finally $40. Slim is totally vaulted.
Again.
And he's $180. So he went down a little bit, but that's because of the Blacklight release.
Yeah. But they vaulted, when I bought him, he was vaulted, and then they
Oh
took
shit,
him
your
out.
Krampuses are trending well. Your blue Krampus and your flock Krampus are 20 or 30 and 20. Your standard Krampus trending for 16.
Alright. What about Boo and Sully?
I feel like I'm missing stuff in my collection. Because it's not showing BT or anything in here. Give me a second, because I know I fucking have BT and I know I scanned them into this bitch. That Jumbo Vulpix just keeps going down. It's trending for like $9. Boo is 26.
What about Sully?
I don't know.
Sully's the... Is it Make-A-Wish or something?
For some reason, there is shit missing off of my account. Because BT and stuff is missing.
BT shouldn't be
Or it's just being very slow loading. Where's Kyle going to go with to us?
What?
Kyle said he wants to go with somewhere, and I don't know where.
Go with where?
I don't know. Where are we going?
What?
Sully's trending for 18, the metallic blue Sully. BT, there he is. He finally fucking loaded. $200. He has been fucking trending high since I fucking put him on this app.
What? BT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, it has the Jason Voorhees. It cut a bunch of my shit off. So I gotta go back through and rescan the fucking collection. None of my Creepshow ones went up, but they're not fucking vaulted yet. Yeah, I mean, they could become the next Beanie Babies, but I don't think that they will. Not as fast as Beanie Babies did. At least I don't think so.
I mean, figure it only took Beanie Babies probably a decade to really just completely slow down and not be much of value to a lot of people.
Saturday thing is.
But Funkos have been around for about almost a decade, and they just keep coming out with new stuff because of new things being released. I guess that's the other thing with Funko is they constantly have a source of ideas with the way pop culture is. Whereas in Beanie Babies' case, they only limited themselves to certain stuffs.
I feel like if Beanie Babies had a way to target pop culture, like if they would have jumped on like some Pokemon exclusive stuff, or even if they could you imagine if Beanie Babies jumped in the anime game?
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. No.
But if they did,
No.
like all the anime animals they can bring into Beanie Babies, that would help them stay relevant in pop culture. That would give them some value.
Yeah, and then you know what would happen?
You would have a lot of stuffies.
Yeah.
You would be collecting Beanie Babies, but that's the thing.
I would be back to collecting things. And
It comes down to pop culture. The reason why, like, NECAs and, like, collectible horror movie toys will never lose their value. Or, like, even these guys, like, Coraline, she's part of pop culture. And honestly, it baffles me that it took this long for Coraline to get as big as it is. Like, Coraline has grown almost a horror movie-like cult following over the past couple years. Like, I love my little fucking Coraline up here with her little fucking grinny face because she's about to go out and get Buddy after her mom told her not to.
don't even think about it, Coraline Jones. That?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the face she has.
I know.
I really still...
I like that her hair isn't solid.
Yeah. And I like that the other Coraline looks appropriate too. Looks just like the doll from the movie.
Doll.
Yeah.
That's the actual live action. That's the doll.
Well, they have. So this is a replica one. This is meant to be like for like standing still scenes. But NECA makes, and they have it. They carry it at Target. It's a full-on replica stop-motion Coraline. Like she has all of her joints. She has the changeable faces, the posable eyes. I'm like, oh, that is fucking cool. I was like, I don't know where the fuck I would display it, but at some point for $45, I will fucking have one just to fucking have one. Or you can get me one for Christmas.
What am I buying you for Christmas?
The
Wink,
stop-motion
wink, nudge,
NECA
nudge.
Coraline with all the changeable faces that Target's been carrying.
Christmas list is bigger than mine.
You know,
Every fucking year.
Yeah, and who loses Christmas
Every
fucking
year.
Not every fucking year.
So do we want to talk about last year?
No.
What about the year before that?
No.
Remember, I've been here for 5 Christmases.
and she's won one.
All because of an autograph.
Bitch, I made him cry. That is something I never see out of that man.
I made you cry 2 years in a row.
That's not fucking hard. I had a baby, and my fucking emotions are all over the place. You shut the fuck up.
Alright, I'll find someone else who loves that.
Don't
Sam.
you touch my Sam. I will
man,
rip. I will
$20
rip.
out of my wallet.
You're gonna need to pay a lot more than that, bro. If I'm gonna let it go, it's gonna be for what I fucking paid for it. Get fucked.
You don't fucking touch my Sam. And
Fucking
any
house
of
will
my
be
Sam
on.
stuff.
The house will be on fire, and there's fucking 3 things I'm gonna grab that aren't alive. That Sam head, this guitar, and the case over there. Actually, 4. I'm gonna grab the Jackson too. I'm fucking running out of the house with a fucking guitar around my back, 2 cases in my hand, and a Sam head shoved down my pants.
fuck
And the
you
computer
mean
tower
if-
comes with me.
Fuck you mean? If it's not blocked, you'll be opening that door, throwing all the fucking guitars out in the fucking grass and fucking
Oh god, no, they'll still
everything
break.
else. You gotta put all the babies outside.
We can just piss on the fire, put it out, it's okay.
You might be able to with as much Monster as you drink.
Don't have to worry about the crystals. They'll be here when it's ashes. We'll just come back and pick them up.
Some of them actually would probably still be standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Are we ready for the second side of this? Because apparently Cole was feeling very nostalgic with this one.
Oh yeah, it really fucking ran a string to just hit somebody's heart chord.
So, Cole, so we're going to break some of this out because we're going to close it out early since we don't have everybody. Cole wanted us to talk about a little bit about Transformers.
I'm gonna pet that dog.
That's not really a me conversation.
Why? You've seen the movies.
Cartoon.
Okay.
But have you
Cartoon.
not seen the cartoon yet?
Cartoon in previous merchandising. To which
I'm out.
I have to say, like,
I already knew that.
having a Gen 1 Optimus is cool as fuck. To have any of the Gen 1 toys, even if they were out of a box, would be fucking awesome because they hold so much value because of Transformers being such a fucking cultural icon.
I've gotten a Transformers cake for my birthday one year,
Me too.
and it had an Optimus Prime on it.
I was like 30.
No, but I had an Optimus
Nah.
Prime on it that can transform.
So did mine. 2 of them.
But I've never seen anything else like it before. Like
I don't-
that's
Bree,
like
you're
specific
fucking
toy.
saying this, and Bree had gotten me a Transformers cake with Optimus Prime on it.
Yep.
It's fucking
You still
great.
got the toy?
No, so back when I worked at Wise's, I worked in the bakery department, and the lady that did cakes, Cheryl, she was fucking awesome, and I told her what I wanted to do, and she just fucking did it, and she blew it out of the fucking water, and it was just...
Was it the Mattel fucking Transformer? Was it that toy?
Is it the 80s one? I think it was the 80s one.
No, it was the movie version.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, mine wasn't that when I was a kid. Mine was an older one. Well, I had gotten that one before the first movie actually came out, though. So it would make sense. It was based on...
Cole's next question's good. I can't
Oh,
wait for this
It
one.
was based on...
Which Transformer are you?
We gotta pick one ourselves. Can somebody pick for me?
No, you gotta pick one. If I had to pick for you, you are the new movie Jazz.
Yeah, you fucking are.
He is a fucking smartass the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, whole ass disobeying Optimus every step of the way. Optimus is like, why'd you do that? And Jazz is like, look, bro, chill, it's fine. He's gonna help. And Optimus is like, I said no humans. And Jazz is like, bro, it's fine. It'll be cool.
The funny thing is the one Transformer game I had on fucking PlayStation 2, that's who I would fucking play. It would be fucking Jazz. Jazz or fucking Doc. But Doc was just tanky in that game.
If I had to pick for me, it wouldn't be Optimus. Much as I love Optimus, I feel like the most relatable bot to me would be Hound. Transformer fucking G1 Hound and movie Hound. When he's all fucking fat. And he's fucking smoking bullets. He just fucking... The one scene from the movie will always ring with me when he walks up to them and he's just fucking pulling guns out everywhere. Oh, can't wait to sit down. He's just fucking dropping guns. It's the most absurd shit, but it's so fucking funny. But I say Hound because he was always the problem solver of the group. He always had that, like, quick fix, witty. Now, in the movie, I would say I'm more Hound just because of that, like, fucking over the top. Like, I fucking pulling shit out everywhere. Also, the scene when he fucking holding the grenade, he's like, pull the pin, my hand's full! Who are you, honey?
I don't know. I'm trying to find the cake.
Well, I need to know what Transformer you are. Grimlock says he's Grimlock, which... Grimlock, no.
I would feel like I'd be a side swipe. But I've also always
The Italian side swipe or the original side swipe?
original side
Okay. Not the Ferrari side swipe.
That was just a weird look. I mean, it fit for the movie and just how he is.
You know who you would be. You would be the Wrecker. You would be one of the leader of the Wreckers. You would be Bulkhead, the big fat fucking Wrecker. With your goddamn fucking, tell me I'm wrong.
I'm just picturing.
Fucking Bulkhead as the Wrecker had the same thing when the Wreckers were the fucking NASCAR cars in the movie. The big fat one was Bulkhead.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brie would be fuck. Oh god. Oh hey, I'm having a brain fart. Not fucking Lockdown. That's not the right one.
Who's the cop car? Ironhide. No.
What?
Ironhide.
What?
What?
Who's the fucking cop car in the first movie?
See, that's...
Barricade?
Yeah.
Are you username LadiesMan4777? What? Are
That
you?
would be fucking her. Didn't fucking just straight to the T. You're this person. I know it.
Are you this motherfucking person?
Who the fuck was the French fucking Autobot in the fucking one movie? Goddamn, I'm having a brain fart.
Oh, God. You're not comparing me to that, are you?
Hot Rod. It was Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
He was very, like, timid yet aggressive at the same time.
I want to be shy. Fuck you!
Yeah, you are fucking Hot Rod.
Hot
You are
Rod.
passive aggressive just like him.
I'm aggressive. I'm not. I'm aggressive. I'm not.
You're like a mix between Hot Rod and the strong-willed RC.
Kyle said barricade.
Kyle would be Barricade. Or
He
oh
can't
no,
be
he was
fucking-
answering Thermic. He said he was Grimlock, but he
Oh.
was answering Thermic. Yeah, that was Barricade.
I was like, what the fuck? He can't be two. I know goddamn well I have a picture of that fucking cake. And for the life of me, I can't fucking find it.
Sucks to suck.
Shut up.
Yeah, Josh would totally be Bulkhead. If I had to put Cole at one,
Oh, Jesus.
I could see him as an Ironhide.
I was gonna put him at Ironhide. I
would put him at an Ironhide.
I would put him at Ironhide after.
Then who's B?
B is the
Buzz.
more quiet
Buzz, no.
more quiet person.
No, B is upfront and loud. He's only quiet in the movies because they made him speak through a radio. But think about Buzz's fucking smart-ass wise responses when he responds to something. That is Bumblebee.
Then who's Optimus?
Honestly, out of that group, fucking Dave.
Yeah, that fits.
Cole wanted us to talk about who had better designs. And I think the Decepticons had way better, like, they're in the G1 cartoons, comparatively, like, the Autobots were all cars, while the Decepticons could be airplanes and handguns. Like, fucking Megatron and Galvatron were whole-ass handguns.
Who can we make more menacing? Decepticons.
But even still, like, the Decepticon chain, there was so many way, way cooler bots.
Well, and for most Decepticons, they were all fucking just bigger. Unless
Badass. Unless you get into the Megacons, which is what people refer to the large cons, and you start comparing like Devastator to fucking the Autobots Metroplex. Metroplex is huge. He's a giant walking city. When he transforms, I think he's fucking like absurd. He's like 600 stories tall or something when he's fucking not in city mode. He is huge. Trypticon is like just as big. Actually, fucking, we'll get the exact answer. Alexa, how large is Metroplex?
From calendaruk.co.uk. Metroplex was the largest Autobot on record at just under 700 feet in height.
He's fucking huge. He is huge.
Well, unless you're a prime given compared to other just Decepticons. And just
Oh yeah,
smaller
Decepticons
ones, they were just fucking huge.
They were always intimidating too.
But
I mean,
guess
think about it
that's
this way.
also the approach that they were supposed to be given to
But
begin with.
I also thought this was funny too. When you talk Decepticons, and we're gonna talk this guy up here. We're gonna talk Soundwave. Soundwave fucking turned into a tiny ass boombox. But when he transformed, he was bigger than most bots. But ejected smaller bots out of his chest. He was fucking huge. The Autobots had one too. I forget what his name was. They had a fucking
Soundwave was just underappreciated, to be honest.
I always thought out of all of them, Soundwave was the most intimidating Decepticon because he was always so fucking smart.
Who's the one helicopter Decepticon?
There's a bunch.
The main big one.
Again, there's a bunch. Because they are mostly all military. But if I had to say, like,
Blackout.
my favorite Decepticon, where Soundwave was always smart because he was intelligence gathering, Shockwave was always fucking terrifying. Because he was essentially the Decepticons' mad scientist. Not only was he fucking smart, he was devastating. And I honest to God thought they did the best job bringing him in the movie as a big fucking badass with this giant fucking worm that he built. And then they fucking killed him so easy. And I'm like, wow, no. But, like, he was so powerful and so relied on by the Decepticons that in every show, Shockwave wasn't allowed to be in battle. He was such a valued member of the Decepticon community that he wasn't allowed. And when you get to the Transformers Prime universe, which is one of the best modern ones, he is, like, whole ass locked in the ship like mad scientist ass shit. Like, and if I had to rate the worst Decepticon, the Fallen. He was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That was a created, dumb character that didn't need to be created. And I didn't like... I get that they were supposed to be primal in that movie, but I did not like it at all. But if we're going to talk, like, motion picture movies, my favorite villain out of all of them was fucking Lockdown.
Lockdown was fucking...
He was badass in the movies. Like, you get so used to seeing Optimus beat the fuck out of Megatron every time they fight.
But then there's Lockdown.
And then there was Lockdown, who whole ass starts the movie by killing fucking Ratchet. I immediately was like, fuck you, no. You can't kill Ratchet, motherfucker. But I have to say, Scourge in the new movie, he's not a Decepticon. Scourge is not a Decepticon, he's a Terracon. Scourge in the new movie, ain't honey, he was fucking intimidating. He was savage. Like, whole ass killed Bumblebee and cut his fucking nameplate off and fucking welded it to himself right in front of Optimus. It was like...
his nameplate, it was
his fucking, yeah, his
logo.
nameplate, his logo. Literally fucking put it on in front of Optimus and just walked away and was like, I'll be back for you. Mm-hmm. But, again, there's a turn in that movie where Optimus goes fucking full Optimus Rage mode and rips that shit off his fucking chest, which was also fucking badass. Yep. This movie was different. Optimus is a bit of a dick. Like, this was very much a prequel. Like, Optimus doesn't trust humans, doesn't like humans. Like, it's almost like the B movie didn't happen.
Well, see, and that's just that's the weird thing that they're going with the movies. Like,
that Optimus doesn't trust humans because in the cartoon series he immediately finds trust in humans.
Well, and he also had guidance stuff and whatnot, but like I don't know. I feel like a lot of the movies are just there as a milking way for money.
They are, but I have to say...
there are some that are actually, like, really fucking good.
They're good. This last one is good. There's just some cheeky shit. Like, I actually liked it. It was a good movie. But there's some cheeky shit in it. But it's a good, like, there's a lot of bots in this movie. A lot. They spend a lot of, like, to see the Maximals in the movie...
So that's a high production value right there, then.
Ain't, honey, there was a good bit of bots. To see the Maximals in the movie was cool, especially when they bring Cheetor in and shit, and you finally get to meet all of them. And it made me so sad. There's a scene in that movie that, like, fucking, like, made my heartbeat skip. So, fucking Scourge hits Air with a fucking Scourge bullet, which basically rots her away and changes her to the dark side because he's powered by the power of Unicron. And there's a scene where she's fighting for control of herself, and her and Optimus Primal have to fucking duke it out. And Primal doesn't want to kill her, but she has just enough to control to fucking tell him, like, you need to kill me. Like, I'm not gonna make it. And she's so... Her design in the movie is fucking amazing. Like, super, like, beautiful, like, they overlapped metal to make wings, and such a cool thing. And we come to that scene, and me and Brie were both like, we had this, like, we both sighed. We're like, fuck. She was cool. But no, it's a really good movie. In the ending big bite fight scene, minus the whole human Autobot suit thing, was fucking cool. Like, super fucking cool.
It's almost like the first few movies just never happened type deal.
No. The fucking Michael Bay's universe and this universe are different. But from what I'm understanding is this doesn't... It takes place after Bumblebee. And B is in the Camaro form from Bumblebee. But Optimus doesn't like humans yet. So Optimus had not made it to Earth during B. So at that time, he didn't know that B was being helped by humans, is my guessing. They don't really tie them together that way. But Optimus is very much not a fucking fan of humans. At all. Not like a hostile way, but like just not wanting to deal with humans. I have to say, they made Wheeljack a stoner van, which is hilarious because Wheeljack, you know from the video game, Wheeljack is always a badass. He's a scrapper. He's a fucking fighter. So they made him a stoner van, and when they transform him, ain't honey, he transforms, and his fucking seatbelts turn into suspenders. So he has actual fucking suspenders. And the first time he transformed, I'm like, that motherfucker has suspenders.
Yep.
And Bree's like, what? I was like, watch when he turns around, and his seatbelts are whole ass fucking suspenders. And he's got glasses that he pushes up. His ending sequence and transformation is he pushes his glasses up into place. I will say, they did a fantastic job bringing G1 RC into this movie. They totally did away with the RC triple street bike bots from the fucking Michael Bay franchise.
That was weird.
That was very weird. And RC is true, like, RC street bike. She's pink and white. She looks exactly like she does in the cartoon. She was fucking... Her character was very much what RC should have been. She was strong, smart, fucking reliable, which was fucking cool. It was weird. Sideswipe was... Or fucking Mirage. Mirage as a character is the funniest bot they've ever put in any movie. He's fucking hilarious. He's a smartass. And the funny thing is he claims the human because the human tried to steal him. Because he was powered down in a garage, so they were trying to do this heist, so he goes to steal the car, and he wakes them up. And the calling all Autobots thing comes through, and fucking, they get to the warehouse, he's like, you tried to steal me! You're mine now! And you're gonna help!
I wanna watch that again.
But it was good. Like I said, there's some cheeky points in the movie where I'm like, they really fucking did this. But there was also a lot of, like, high tension. This was probably the most high tension since Dark of the Moon. That was a dark fucking movie. This is about that level of dark when you get into the tension. Once you realize that fucking Unicron is just outside of Earth because of what's going on, you're like, oh. And Bree never realized what Unicron was until this movie. She's like, what is Unicron? I'm like, he eats planets. She's like, what? I'm like, he's the devourer of planets. He's fucking huge.
He's basically just the planet himself.
He is a planet himself. Whole ass a planet that eats other planets. He's gigantic. Which is why I hated the last movie in the Michael Bay universe, because they're like, oh, Unicron's coming out of Earth. And I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that the one that they had, like, the fucking portal in the sky or whatever?
Yeah, and fucking...
And he just started just pissing out Decepticons.
Yep. But yeah, Unicron...
I'll never get that right up. I'm just like...
if you remember,
like,
Unicron comes out of Earth and that one girl robot walks away unscathed from everything. And that was the end of the movie, and I fucking reject that fucking reality because Unicron could never fit in Earth. Ever.
No.
Alexa, how big is Unicron?
This might answer your question. 9,000 pounds.
No, that didn't answer my question. But I don't know. The movie, even still in the movie designs, the Autobots weren't as cool as the Decepticons. I don't think any of the Autobots... The coolest looking Autobot was fucking Dino, which was the Ferrari.
Unicron is over 100,000 kilometers.
Yeah, he's fucking
in diameter.
Yeah, he's fucking huge. But the coolest Autobot for me was Dino, the Ferrari, because when he transformed, his blades were like along his arm. Other than that, the Autobot designs were fucking weak.
Considering Earth's diameter is only 12,700 kilometers? Yeah, so,
But can you think of any other Autobots in the movie universe that actually had a cool look? Dino, the red Ferrari, he had a cool look. Mirage is nothing special. He looks exactly like he did in the G1 cartoons. He's just a blue and silver Porsche.
I didn't mind the look of Ratchet.
Yeah, but he didn't have like a badass menacing look.
Yeah. I mean, they could have done better with Barricade.
That's not an Autobot. We're talking Autobots
I'm
first.
just going through everything. They could have done better with Ironhide, to be honest.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about Ironhide's face is he had a very, like, animalistic face. Like, he looked like a bear.
Yeah.
He had a very... Do you think he had an animal-like face, honey? When Ironhide transformed, he had a very, like, animalish face.
He's supposed to be the weapons specialist, but they just made him seem like he lacked.
I kind of did look a little...
Like an animal compared to the rest of the bots.
Like, and
yeah.
And that stuff, they could have made him look like a better weapons specialist than what they did. It was lackluster.
But then when they brought Hound in, they made him big and fat, but he had 10 times more weapons than Ironhide ever had.
Literally.
Literally had weapons everywhere.
Bullet chains and everything.
If my favorite changed Autobot, though, was fucking Wheelie. I always thought he was adorable as fuck. He was funny as hell. But no, the Autobot, the best design in the whole movie was fucking when Optimus joins with the fucking SR-71 Blackbird. That was, like, the coolest Autobot design. Other than that, the Decepticons, like, Devastator, when they brought him into the movie, he was fucking huge and, like, everything turned together. Remember, he would open his mouth and it turned into a big big vortex.
Yeah.
Even when they fucking, like, Megatron's truck form, when they took his tank and jet form away and he was just like that beat-down tractor trailer, was such a fucking badass look. Because that's when he meets all the military out in the fucking middle of the desert. And he's like, I want Berserker. He's like, can we have Berserker? And they're like, no. He's like, that's a hard no. They said no. You can't have Berserker.
Who was the fucking... in the fucking first movie... when they had the first that highway fight scene. Fucking
the cement truck?
No. The other one, that bronze one.
Are you talking Decepticons?
Yeah.
I can picture him. But I can't fucking think of his name. Was it Ravage?
Maybe.
Because the first movie was Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, Ravage, Laserbeak, Rumble, Skywarp. No, it wouldn't have been Ravage because he's an ejector bot. And Shockwave. I'm getting a list of the first bots. So...
Bone Crusher?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds right. That was one of the made-up ones for that movie. always thought Starscream's design in the movie. I thought Starscream's design in the movie, he like when he transformed, he was always a little too bulky. He was like really fat in the fucking shoulders, which was normally not Starscream. He was always.
Yeah, and then he kind of like slimmed out right when he got into a fucking jet form.
Yeah, it was weird. Like he would transform and like I have the original fucking one of the original fucking toy remakes out there, and even when you transform him, he doesn't get that wide stance. Oh, one of fucking Blackout and Grinder are probably two of the biggest helicopters the Decepticons have. Scorponok's one of the most badass fucking Decepticon designs. Or were you thinking the tank maybe? Brawl? Because Brawl was in the first movie. He was that big fucking tank.
No, it was Bone Crusher for that. But I remember Brawl. Because he was also fighting on that.
Also, Soundwave's best form was the satellite dish. I hated him when he was the fucking Mercedes.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Who's the dog?
Ravage?
Was that Ravage?
That was Ravage.
Because he had another form, though. Or he took another form, didn't he?
No. That was Ravage. He ejects from Soundwave. Yeah, Ravage is the only dog. Because there's that... Are you talking about the dog that takes over the military base?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ravage. That's one of Soundwave's microbots.
Because then he ejects out that little fucking thing.
Yeah, he had other shit that he could eject out.
Which, that little fucking thing had a name,
Yeah,
too.
this guy. Fucking Ravage. Frenzy was the other little one.
Yeah, the one that would turn into, like, the toaster and shit.
Yeah, that was Frenzy.
Yeah, that little fucking thing. I love that little fucking thing. Just the shit he would just turn into just to fuck with him in the first one.
I found the fucking... Do you remember the Dr. Bot, Scalpel? I found him weird as fuck. He shows up when Megatron has Sam pinned down and he's gonna fucking cut him open. And he's just... He reminds me of fucking... the kid from fucking Toy Story's modified spider doll thing, and it creeped me the fuck out. He's fucking weird. I think the weirdest Decepticon, though, was that fucking Pretender Alice, the bot that faked being the girl that Sam got with, because they knew Sam had the fucking knowledge, and she shows up on the campus. She has that fucking crazy-ass... Ruby, no. Get out of there. She has that crazy-ass fucking long tongue.
Oh, yeah.
She was fucking weird. I keep forgetting Sentinel Prime was a fucking Decepticon. Yeah, because so Soundwave can eject... Soundwave has 3 ejector bots. It's Rumble, Ravage, and Laserbeak. Laserbeak is the other one. I liked the Dreads. The Dread bots were, I think, Crowbar, Crankcase, Hatchet? That's the scene when they fucking... That's like the best scene with Ironhide, when they have the fucking Mexican standoff. Those are the 3 Dread bots.
Yeah.
Because I think fucking Crankcase is the one that fucking drools all over the place. Because Ironhide's like, he got drool all over me.
I'm trying to find this fucking Transformers game I used to have. Just don't remember what the fuck it's called.
I don't know. I have to agree with Cole. And I don't know if you guys do. The Decepticons have always had the best designs. From the original fucking show to even movies.
I guess it just comes down to that they just seem more menacing.
Yeah, they really come off as the bad guy pretty fucking hardcore, and I think it's awesome.
It was just a little easier to have a design that you can make menacing for the bad guys.
Ben, would you agree the Decepticons have the best designs? I mean, I do think in the first show, like, yeah, it was fucking cheeky that Megatron and Galvatron turned into a fucking handgun. I thought that was dumb. Like, their escape route was always Megatron turning into a gun and fucking Starscream flying away with him. But in the G1 shit, if you remember, the Decepticons didn't change a lot. They would just fly away in robot form. They never
that was
changed.
Also another fucking cheat code for them. They were able to fly.
Yep.
And then what? Only Primes were able to.
No, even Primes couldn't fly.
No, they were able to get like the wings and stuff to fly.
Well, the only way Optimus could do it was if he had his battle trailer, which they only used in one movie, and he didn't use the flying apparatus, only the weapons, and that's what he used to stop fucking sound or Shockwave. And when he combines with the SR-71 bot, the old man, that's the only time he's ever flown. Although they do have an old man bot in this one, it's fucking. Oh man, it's great because.
Not this fucking guy.
Hang on, I'm having a fucking brain fart. Because when he I was in disbelief. I was like, there's no way they fucking used this fucking bot. It was Stratosphere. And Stratosphere was always like... In the Transformers universe, he was always really badass or really clunky. In this movie, they went with the really fucking clunky version. And fucking, like, pretty much all the bots fucking hate him. And, like, Mirage is like, can't I just walk? This old man's gonna kill us. Like, they made him so old and decrepit, he even has, like, a hunchback when he transforms. He fucking stands like this because he can't stand up.
This one. That's the fucking Transformers 2 game I had.
I never
For
played that
PlayStation
one.
2. Yeah.
I wish there was a place, they're gone now, and you can't get them, and they pulled them off the Steam store. I wish there was a place I could get the original Transformers War for Cybertron games and play through them again. But even in that, the Decepticons had way better designs. So I guess we're all Decepticon fans in here. Sorry, Peter. It was super nice to hear Peter Cullen do Optimus's voice in this movie again, though. As much as people are like, well, it's not that noticeable. No, I notice. I notice when Peter isn't Optimus. Just like people noticed when Peter wasn't the voice of Eeyore for the live-action Winnie the Pooh movie.
Oh, okay.
Don't get me started.
So, it was the very first game they released on PlayStation 2 back in 2004. That's that game.
It wasn't that long ago?
For that game, yes.
Oh, damn.
Alright.
Oh.
I don't think we got much left.
Shit, you're old. I'm the one that fucking played that game. I played a fucking Transformers game that he hasn't played.
Bitch, I'm older than you.
You're ancient.
And I still look good.
Most
Like,
women.
if you could preserve a genie in a bottle,
Look,
like, that'd be great.
most women
But
her age.
preserving a succubus in a bottle?
Most women her age have a schedule for when her husband gets to have sex. She still functions like she's 18, so we're good.
I mean, there still is kind of a schedule. But, you know, it's just that.
I don't got anything else. This was a fun episode. No one needs to wear a dunce cap, which will make Cole happy.
Not.
Somebody wants to watch a Transformers movie, but we all know that she's old and will be going to bed here in like 20 minutes.
But that's all we got. This has been a fun episode, Cole. Thanks for the little mini topics.
Put
For
the
any-
goddamn movie on so we can watch it and make this motherfucker over here suffer.
Why am I gonna suffer? I'll probably sit here and fucking laugh.
For those who want to go see Babymetal, sorry. I don't know what else to say. If we ruined the illusion and you watched this before you went to your show,
It's our personal opinion. If you're not worried about that type of shit, then you have nothing to worry about. But
Well, there's no personal opinion in faking a show. There's no personal opinion there. That's
yeah, but not everybody notices that type of shit.
because everyone's too focused on the 3 cute girls at the front of the stage. That's it. We won't see you next week. So we will see you the following week.
Maybe.
No, we'll be here.
Maybe.
And then we come up on our Halloween party. That week we have a party before the podcast, but we're not going to be podcasting that Saturday because we're probably all going to be recovering.
Yep.
So we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for hanging out. Follow us on the socials. Head over to Facebook. Into the Crypt is what we are under there. When we are at Hannah-B, we maybe I'll take some pictures and post them up. I keep saying I'm going to do that for shows, and I haven't done it. But this one's a small venue, so we'll do that. You guys can kind of hang out with us in spirit. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks with some random topic.
Give him a kawaii heart goodbye.
Yeah, give him a kawaii heart goodbye.
I'm eating Cheez-Its. Leave me the fuck alone.
Do it. You're the cute one here.
Shit, sure the fuck ain't gonna expect that from me.
Deuces.
I'm shy. Stop looking.
All right, we're out of here, people. Catch you next week.